Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video, doing European Outlook for today's second video. So as also on a Thursday, we're having a look at the weather for next week, 10 days in detail across Europe. I shall get on that for you very shortly. Just say that the first video released today was our 7 AM forecast. Nice little 4-minute forecast looking at weather for the next 4 or 5 days in detail. And we've got a 10 to 14 day coming up for you later on this afternoon. So please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody. For doing that. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. Right, let's turn the webcam off and we'll begin the European Outlook, starting with situation across Europe today. So we've got a large ridge of high pressure sitting across the northern parts of Europe with a trough of low pressure through these central and eastern parts of Europe. Down in the Mediterranean, it's looking pretty hot through there. Upper air temperatures show that the heat really is down across southern parts of Europe through the Med, looking very, very hot, and that heat extending up the eastern side of Europe as well, out to the west and the northwest of Europe. The upper air temperatures are not quite as hot through there, but still pretty warm. Up to Scandinavia, it looks significantly warmer than average, but I think the real heat is through the Med and up this eastern side of Europe again today. There's lots of dry weather under the area of high pressure over Scandinavia and extending down into the UK and Ireland. Plenty of dry weather through France, Spain, Portugal too. Going further eastwards though, we do run into these heavy showers from like eastern Germany, right way over towards the Black Sea. There's big showers and thunderstorms through the eastern part of Europe. Again, the Mediterranean mode looks completely dry today, hot and sunny. Temperatures widely into the 30s Celsius through the Med. Around Greece, for example, we're seeing temperatures there, I think, into the upper 30s Celsius, as we are into some parts of Spain as well, so around 100 Fahrenheit on either side of the Med. And the central part of the Med, like into the mid-30s Celsius at least. Going further north, it's not as warm as that, but it is pretty warm at the eastern side of Europe with temperatures, again, widely into the upper 20s to low 30s Celsius on the eastern side of Europe, probably higher than that. Up Scandinavia, we're well into the mid to upper 20s Celsius through there. Western parts of Europe, not quite as warm as that, especially through Germany. Does look a little bit cooler through there. Tomorrow, Friday, high pressure again is dominating across the northern parts of Europe. Again, we have got this trough over on the east side of Europe, and it looks like we're trying to build up a ridge and some hot weather through the Med. Upper air temperatures looking very hot through the Med, especially through Spain and down into North Africa. Very hot upper air temperatures there. Really warm for the upper air temperatures across Scandinavia too. In between though, from Ireland and the UK, go towards the eastern side of Europe, towards Ukraine, does start to get a little bit cooler with those upper air temperatures. Lots of dry weather across northern Europe, Scandinavia mainly dry, and most of southern Europe as well, mainly dry, hot and sunny. In between though, it's a little bit more unsettled from the UK and Ireland over towards eastern parts of Europe. We have got some showers, especially in the east of Europe, where there will be some thunderstorms through there. Temperatures tomorrow are going to be very hot through most parts of the Mediterranean, and very warm really through eastern and northern parts of Europe as well. Not quite as warm as that across the west of Europe though. Saturday, so the high pressure still over Scandinavia. We still have this trough across eastern parts of Europe, and we're bringing in an area of low pressure from the Atlantic in towards Ireland and the UK as well. Upper air temperatures look very warm or hot, especially across Scandinavia and also down through southern parts of Europe. Generally, it's a warm scene across most parts of Europe, as you expect, over continental landmass in the middle of summer. It's a very warm scene in many areas. It is a little bit cooler, though, out to the far west and northwest on Saturday. Showers may be emerging into some longer spells of rain through these far eastern parts of Europe. Could be thunderstorms around the Black Sea. And showery rain coming through Ireland, parts of the UK, in towards France, and the Low Countries as well on Saturday. In between, reasonable amount of dry, hot and sunny weather from Germany down to the Balkans. And most parts of Med again looking dry, hot and sunny. Temperatures through Med will be very hot again on Saturday. And generally a warm scene for most parts of Europe, really warm across Scandinavia and towards northeastern parts of Europe. Again, temperatures widely into the upper 20s to low 30s Celsius. Sunday, we begin to bring this low pressure further in towards UK, Ireland and France. Meanwhile, the high pressure carries on sitting across Scandinavia, and we still have the trough over on the eastern side of Europe. Again, the upper air temperatures will be hot through many southern parts of Europe. Really warm for those upper air temperatures over Scandinavia as well. In between, it's a very warm scene from Western Europe over towards the eastern side of Europe. There'll be plenty of dry weather across Scandinavia, though some showers could start to break out through southern parts of Norway and Sweden. Showers along with spells of rain through Ireland, UK, France, Low Countries pushing increasingly towards western Germany as well. Thunderstorms on the eastern side of Europe, particularly around the Black Sea, but most parts of the Mediterranean again looking dry, hot and sunny on Sunday. Temperatures really hot through most parts of the Med again, widely into the mid to upper 30s Celsius. Very warm across Scandinavia too. Temperatures into the 30s Celsius through there, especially like northern parts of Sweden and into towards Finland. A little bit cooler with the outbreaks of rain though across France, Ireland, UK and into towards the Low Countries and Germany. And then on Monday, low pressure is dominating across the western side of Europe. At the same time, a ridge looks like it's started to build through the central parts of Europe, trying to connect up towards that Scandinavian high. It's started to pull some hotter air up from the south. The upper air temperatures are looking very warm or hot across most parts of southern Europe through the Mediterranean, very warm through Scandinavia as well. And even becoming a little bit warmer across the western side of Europe, despite that area of low pressure. There'll be showers or maybe longer spells of rain through northern parts of France into towards Ireland and southern England. Some heavy showers and thunderstorms from the Baltic Sea over towards the Black Sea. So these eastern, northeast parts of Europe again at risk of some heavy showers and thunderstorms. One or two storms could start to crack off around the Balkans and down in towards the into the southeast of Med as well. So into northern parts of Greece, there might be a few storms breaking out. But that said, most parts of Med looking mainly dry, hot and sunny. Temperatures again on Monday widely into mid to upper 30 Celsius through southern Europe and extending up this eastern side of Europe to northern Europe. I mean, we've got Finland, for example, here into the 30s Celsius quite widely. Again, it's a cooler scene with the outbreaks of rain in the far west and northwest of Europe. Low pressure sitting right over top of the country on Tuesday, bringing strong winds and outbreaks of rain to many parts of the UK and Ireland. At the same time, a ridge is extending up from southern Europe up the eastern side of Europe. Upper air temperatures are becoming hotter, pushing northwards as well up this eastern side of Europe from the Mediterranean. Around the area of low pressure across Ireland and the UK and into just into far north France, it is a little bit cooler through there. Precipitation-wise, on Thursday, plenty of showers and longer spells of rain for the UK and Ireland, some of that extending through France in towards the low countries, possibly even into Denmark as well. Showers across Scandinavia and extending down the eastern side of Europe. There could be showers and thunderstorms. Again, most parts of the Med and southern Europe, though, looking mainly dry, sunny and hot, with temperatures again widely through southern and eastern Europe, well into the 30 Celsius. It is a cooler scene in the far west and northwest of Europe once again. Wednesday, high pressure is building through these eastern parts of Europe and Central Europe as well, dragging up hotter air from the south in the far northwest Europe. We're close to the area of low pressure, so we're not quite tapping into that heat. There's the upper air temperatures showing the hot air surging northwards from Africa in towards Germany and Poland, for example, becoming much hotter through there and beginning to push northwards towards Scandinavia. Just the extreme northwest of Europe, Ireland and the UK, and just the north and west of France being left out of that heat surge. So there's further showers and longer spells of rain through the UK, through Ireland and through France. Some of those showers and storms begin to break out over Scandinavia as well. Eastern Europe also has some thunderstorms in between, though. Lots of dry weather and most parts of the Med looking dry. And again, very hot through the Med, and that heat is pushing northwards. So, for example, by Wednesday, we've got much of Germany and into Poland going well into the 30s Celsius mark. And then into Friday, Thursday, I should say, next week, a high pressure is once more dominating across many central, northern, and eastern parts of Europe. Again, heat surging northwards from Africa and the Med, surging northwards into northern Europe. Again, we have got a shallow trough of low pressure out to the west. Upper air temperatures show that heat pushing northwards across many parts of Europe, just as far west and northwest side of the UK and northern western France being left out of that surge of heat. But this really looks like very, very hot air coming out of Africa into many western, central, and also some eastern and northern parts of Europe as well later on next week. Mainly dry by this point through much of East Europe, where there could be a few showers close to the Black Sea, but mainly dry across Eastern Europe with plenty of hot sunshine. Most parts of Med looking dry, hot and sunny as well, but there will be outbreaks of rain through France and back into UK and Ireland, and as that rain pushes into the hot temperatures across Germany and into southern Scandinavia, we might find some thunderstorms beginning to break out. Looking really hot again across many parts of Europe on Thursday. So from eastern Germany through to Poland, we could get temperature into the mid to upper 30 Celsius, for example. Most parts of the Med looking really hot as well. But just Scandinavia looking hot too, and around the Baltic Sea. Again, just Norway, Ireland, UK, France looking a little bit cooler on the edge of Europe, bringing in the wind from off the Atlantic Ocean. Then into Friday next weekend, where we have the ridge over on the east side of Europe again, pulling up hot temperatures from the south across eastern Europe. Meanwhile, northern and western Europe remain rather cooler and unsettled, with low pressure never too far away. So for the west and northwest Europe, it is a little bit cooler, but over through those central, northern and eastern parts of Europe and through Med, of course, it is going to be quite a hot scene again, I think, next weekend. Right, so that's the European outlook for this week. So it is going to get hot across many parts of Europe next week. But for those of us in the far west and northwest, we're going to be left out of that push of heat this time, I think. Right, that's the European outlook for this week. If you enjoyed the video and forecast, please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing that. We're going to be back later on with a 10 to 14 day. That will include all of regular features. Got Terry Scully's July forecast coming up for you tonight as well, by the way. So that's going to be an interesting watch to see what Terry is forecasting for July this evening. For this one, though, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.